invite people who are in the Louisville area to come and worship with us at the Douglas Hills Church of Christ tomorrow morning. We're going to have two worship periods, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock for our members. You know which period you're a part of. We really look forward to seeing all of you. For our visitors, you can come to either one. We would love to have you. We practice social distancing, mask. I mean, we're pretty tight because we want to make sure everyone is healthy and that our assembly is a safe, healthy place for people to come to. So you'd certainly be welcome. At the 9 o'clock service, Sean Reich is going to be preaching on Don't Fall, but Grow. And I know he'll have a great lesson there for you that'll be helpful to you. The 11 o'clock service I'll be preaching. It's a sermon I intended to preach last week, but I was sick last week. It's a follow-up to a sermon I preached 2 weeks ago, Satan's Devices. In 2 Corinthians chapter 2, Paul talks about how Satan had these devices, these designs, these schemes, some translations say, because he wants to destroy churches. He wants to destroy individuals. But if he can destroy a strong church, then he can destroy a lot of individuals that maybe he couldn't have reached otherwise. So Paul talks about there in that text, Satan's devices, and he's mainly there dealing with there the idea of discouragement, when we discourage one another. But throughout 1 Corinthians and some in 2 Corinthians, Paul talks about other different ways in which he tries to destroy churches and his devices, his designs, and the ways that he uses Christians, sadly enough, as his tools in order to accomplish this. It's a really important lesson, the lesson 2 weeks ago and the lesson tomorrow. 2 weeks ago, we dealt with 3 different characteristics: discouragement, and then quarreling in chapter 1, where there's an I am of Paul, I am of Apollos. That's a bad thing. Don't be a part of that. And then in chapter 5, he talked about ignoring sin within the church. There, the church had a sin where they were accepting a brother who was engaged in gross immorality, and no one was doing anything about it. Paul said it's going to affect you. You've got to discipline this person. Those are the first 3 we talked about 2 weeks ago. Tomorrow, we're going to follow up with 3 more from the book of 1 Corinthians, and I think they're going to be big ones for us. Chapter 7, present distresses. Then in chapter 12, the idea of elitism. And then in chapters 8, 9, and 10, obsessing over our rights to the point that we begin to discourage one another. There's a common theme there. We've got to be concerned about one another, especially in churches, and how we impact one another and our need to encourage one another. That's what we want to try to do here. I want to encourage every Christian to think about whether or not I am falling prey to the Satan's schemes and his devices, or whether I'm aware of them. I'm going to fight them and resist them. 9 o'clock service or 11 o'clock service, we'd love to see you at either one. I really want to encourage our brethren. It's a safe place. Come and join us. Visitors, come and join us. But if you still want to follow the live stream, the services will be broadcast YouTube and Facebook as well. So whether it's with us preferably, in our church building with one another, singing with one another, seeing one another, encouraging one another, or if it's through the live stream where you can still benefit, we encourage you to join us tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. God bless you. And we pray God will take care of you.